could see it in my eyes. All I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet. I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die. Never wrong, they right.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set 19. They can't hang with us. Check 1-3.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. He finds an opening past the 40. And down right around the 37. A big pickup of 38.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
56, Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down. Watson on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Darren Lee in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Switch up. 56 to Mike. Check 56.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
3 down, 3 down.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
That's it, baby.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Now he's flushed out left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Flush to his right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Damian Wilson in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And he's going to go down again. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
53 is the mic. You check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
He's checking. He's trying to go.
On 4th down, Watson being chased out left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again.
Motion, Yellow. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Hey, Mike 52. Focus, defense, focus.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Hey, Mike 52.
Mahomes to throw once more. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That one complete to Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. KC got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he finds Stills complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, here's Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Watson on third down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Houston. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Able to find Shaheen here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
43. Attack! 48.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Show it. Hey, Ripley.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check nine.
And again, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Big stop, let's go.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And down he goes as pressure gets him back at the 14. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check that. Easy. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Scene 6. The field.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On 2nd and 7, Watson rolling to his right. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Watson, he's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That time Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Forced out to his left, and that is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, 57, 57. Here we go, finish the game.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Lamar Miller past the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, 15. Mike 48.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
15. Charlie. 48 Mike.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go, see, get off the field. Motion. Yellow.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
48 to Mike.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
And Ripple is. He's coming. We got double up.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Hey, let's go.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Attack. Check 48.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is Miller. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. They go play action here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Switch.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he's got Fuller. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. It's caught. Nelson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Watson on target here to Fuller. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Coming for you, 79. Go. 53 is the mic. Put the boys down, he's coming.
Watson now to throw. It's complete. Stills. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the red zone now. Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a lead drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
53's the mark. 53.
Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Switch. Check. Hey, watch it. Check.
Now it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Steps away. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
You got nothing. Hey, we got 53. Hey, defense.
Here's Watson throwing on 4th down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively. So